What's that? There's no sign.
I don't like phone.
Wicked footage.
I'm gonna try.
Good evening, West Coast, and that's where we are again. Good evening, Penn Junction. What are we seeing today? We don't know. But we're a bit further up the line today. We are actually at Winsford. A bit further north from Crewe. As you can see, it says there, Winsford. We've had on arrival, we had a EWS 66 with small tipper hooks on, I think it was. We've had a double Voyager set, and we've had a double 350 set. Just been stopped right in front of us moments before we fired it up. But we do have the train on its way. It's currently sat at a red, I think, further up the line. Can see it. So what I'll do is we'll just move the camera now so you can see down the line. You can't see it on the camera because it's behind the gantry posting. Still no movement. Great location, this. We've got the slightly curved up front section of track, but just behind us we've got a lovely straight run. Is it moving yet? Don't think so. There we go. Just had the warning. The next train passing platform 2, which is what we're sat on, under the shade, under the delightful shade. But it's still warm. And here it comes. It's a Pendolino. Super fast. Here we go. It's a white snake. Fast. Definitely catches up a bit, gets a bit more speed here. Who we got? J94, good afternoon. NS 517, oh, it's Chasco, good afternoon from the UK. Andrew. I think there's another train sat down there, and that's why we can see more headlights. I think that's sat there to let that Voyager come past. So,
Could be tripping a light.
Building the ELR step by step. Afternoon.
Oh no, it's definitely moving because. Yeah.
The next train platform 2. So yeah, that was definitely we have a train.
So that was a deciding then.
Sat.
So there must be a siding down there.
And for those of you wondering who that voice is, yes, we have. I'll just rotate the camera around. Hello. I've got a guest with me.
Hello. Yes, I live in Winsford. I've been swim west from that Pendolino. And
So
Jason's never been to this station before.
No, I only live a few minutes away and I've never been here.
Yeah.
So here comes the train. It's a 350.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's a 350. Oh no, it's not. It's a 68.
I told you
it's
to
an
turn
88.
right.
It's an 88.
I told you. I bet I was one from last night. It's parked over.
It's been parked up down
yeah.
there since it passed me. So we've got an 88 or a 68
I told you.
on
a
intermodals.
A third light on there.
So enjoy. Hear the rumble of this. Here we go. See if we can get a toot. It's an 88. 88010. Turn the camera around so you can see it disappearing. There it goes. Cool, an 88. Oh, we've got a Voyager coming. No, it's not. It's a Avanti Pando. Here it comes.
Instead of following it, you can just turn the camera around.
Yeah. That's singing.
Yeah. You can still make out.
Yeah, I can still see the intermodal. It's that far in the distance. Vision, the view is spectacular. And I noticed also there's a slight incline here as well.
Yeah. But can anybody answer Jason's question he answered me before? When he's halfway down the road last night, it was 4 tracks, and now it's 2 tracks. So where are the other 2?
Well, I'm looking here because they've got a feather there on that light. If anyone can see, there's a feather on that light there. So the tracks must split, just not far up here. Obviously, that was sat waiting for that Voyager to come through.
Yeah.
So it's not far south of here then.
West Coast says he just saw an 88 on RTT.
Oh, right. Rail treatment train.
Hello, Andrew.
So this is definitely a very busy section of track then, 4 merging into 2.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, and I saw that DB66 on intermodals, followed by the Freightliner intermodals,
Yeah.
they would have actually have merged onto the same track.
Same track.
Here.
And obviously there must be some kind of siding down the bottom because that 88 was sat down there for a good.
Well, I can see,
20
if
minutes.
you look, you can, Stu, you can see there's 2 sets of lights on green now
Yes.
down there. So that must be an indication that it's okay to cross. It must be the point work is.
Like I said last night, it needs some binoculars.
It is a hot day today, as we all know. Here we go, so, right. If you want them to toot, do the horn sign like you would do if you're pulling the whistle on a steam engine. It's worth a try. Yes, if you just give them a wave and a thumbs up, that seems to work as well.
68 had some very fresh orange gloves as he went.
Trying to zoom in.
Can't really make it out. You can see, look at the zoom in there, you can see the angle of the track.
Oh yeah.
It's mental. You saw when the Vandy came through, it was leaning.
Yeah.
He was on the bank.
Ooh, ba-ding. It's all gone quiet now. Had that bit of a rush there, rush on. So let's check out on the chat what all people are up to. There will be a split in the track down the line, say a crossover, that's probably why, or a junction, that's probably why there's only 2 tracks here. Yes, indeed. Traitors Gate, hi Martin. Hi guys, can only stop for a couple of minutes, it's working. What's been so far? We've just had, upon starting the streaming, we've had a couple of Pendolinos at super fast speed, and we've just had an 88 on intermodals come through, which was a bonus straight from the start.
Well, we promised an 88 last night, but it never turned up, and you got it here now?
Well, no, I got it.
No,
I did get it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but...
It was the one that just passed was 88010. I'm not sure in its name. I think I was too interested in just watching it to capture its name. Angel Share Whiskey Distillery, good day, greetings to you, and greetings to Stuart, he says.
Hello. I was watching last night, I was on the same kind of battery level as you. As I was watching, you were like, oh, I'm on 5%, well, I'm on 7%.
Fortunately, I have charged the battery up for today, so we've got a good battery on us. And thankfully, the power bank held out just enough for yesterday's stream. But yeah, what's the weather like where you are? Are you baking? Because we are. We're sat in the shade and we're still hot. What was the number of the 88? It was 88010, so 88010. So while we're here, it's a good way of checking out for likes of scenics around the station. We've got like the buildings just to the side here. You've got the steps and the railings. Demo Junction, I see you're out and about enjoying life. Indeed we are. We're just waiting to see what comes along next. But yes, and we've got the signalling systems, some good ideas for modelling stuff. Transformer there, buildings, and I don't know if anyone could see that grate there as well. Take it a drain. Thank you, J94. Just checking out for its name. So what we got there at 1502, there is 428S, 403 Ditton O'Connor, Freightliner to Felixstowe North FLT. Is that passing through here, is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So that'll be coming from up there, going south, and if it's going to Felixstowe. Croaky Throat. Oh, it was Aurora. 8810 was Aurora.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for that, J94.
Be about half an hour, it's 25 past now, so it'll be about half an hour. Obviously there's going to be, I reckon there's going to be an 350 stopping as it's on a red signal. Red signal, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
Liverpool stopping up at platform 1. And a bit of history, a few people know about Winsford. Just over on platform 1 side.
Let me just spin round. Go on then, tell us all about it.
Over there, behind these trees and bushes, there's a pub called the Brighton Bell, which used to have a carriage.
That's right, as part of the restaurant.
Part of the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it was too condemned to be health and safety wise.
It was going to cost too much to restore it because it was highly rotten, wasn't it?
Yeah. So if anybody wants to look on that, if you just type in Brighton Bell Winsford, it is a hungry horse at the moment. But there is
I think it was a Pullman coach actually.
Yes, it was a Pullman coach. Yeah, do see videos because there's a recent post in Metcalf model thing where someone's mocking one up.
Right.
And you see a few people talking about how coaches used to be part of pubs.
Yeah.
There's like one used to be here, one I think one in Rochdale. There's quite a few where there's been old Pullman coaches part of the restaurant.
Interesting, a bit of information there. Good after. I nearly said evening then. Good afternoon, John Dawson. Yes, the Freightliner could be a 90s or 86s. Well, that'll be a great capture.
Well, it's not a 70.
No, we need it to be a 70 for Stuart, don't we? This is an unusual quiet spell for the West Coast Mainline.
Well, it's the British network, it's probably 2 up to 1.
Yeah, 2 up, the rails are 2 up probably.
We did speak to a driver when he was here on the 350, as he got out of the second unit, he was like, I bet you're one roasted.
And he had his window open, but he said he was absolutely baking. But then again, I suppose they don't really get that super speed up enough to get a draft.
And that's why I think they like you down there, because you can stick their head out the window like a dog.
Yeah.
We do get that cool breeze when we get a pass through, because it just literally takes breath away from the side here.
Well, those I captured yesterday, those 266s at the end of the stream, they whizzed past that much, created that much breeze. I was shivering afterwards. I had goosebumps, I was that cold. Good afternoon, Jeff Hammond. We have Stuart of Valleybrook 2 with us today, guesting at his home station. If you haven't checked him out already, go check him out on YouTube. 86 would be a treat for Freightliner. Are getting rid of them, sadly. Could be wrong though. That's Andrew Garvey. So yeah, if you could keep us an update on that, please, Andrew, that would be excellent. That would be very delightful.
And also a bit of information as well, down that way, many years ago there was a terrible train crash which ended up the train coming off the track and actually hitting the resident's house.
Really?
Yeah, so when you go, if some people travel from Liverpool to Crewe and it does come through, if you look to the left, you see a house where it's half old brick, half new brick, and they rebuilt it. If we go back to Crewe and go that way, I'll show you the house. But
right.
Many years ago,
We'll have to take a look at that then.
Came off the track and went into
Ploughed straight through the house. Wow. Come on, we need a train because we need a breeze. Couple of chaps working on the platform, keeping everything ship-shape and Bristol fashion.
Yeah, as we turned up from Network Railway, but I think they were like...
Yeah, there were some Network Rail staff here upon our arrival, but they've since departed.
You've seen that bit of track there where it's been welded.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
Don't think you can see actually, yeah, welded as well there, I think. Still no sign of any movement. It's all gone quiet for quite a while. Say though, that's sat on a red. That signal's on a red, so whatever is due, because ahead of it's on a green. whatever's due here is expected to stop. Chap dashing up the footbridge now. It's just come onto the station, going across to the opposite side. I also noticed on this footbridge, the bridging is top of the bridging's been extended, just like where the green bridge is. I've just tilted the camera up so you can see. You see the extra boarding on the footbridge. That's exactly the same thing they've done on the footbridge where I was last night. Obviously to stop people leaning over due to probably mainly the electrification, you know, to reach over and touch it. We'll catch up on the chat. The Freightliner is running 8 minutes early. We must have something arriving on platform 1. It's the opposite side to us, as people are beginning to gather.
It'll probably be the 350 to normally Birmingham New Street.
Yeah, from Liverpool Lime Street. And something that I noticed, these platforms here at Winsford are actually not very long.
No.
So when you get a 350, especially when it's a double, which most 99% of the time it's a double set of 4, they're too long for the platforms. So they actually stop the set mid-platform, the centre of the sets, mid-platform. Well, it was actually, the first set was on the platform, wasn't it? And the second set was sat here right in front of us. Start of the second set. LM Express to Liverpool Lime Street, Liverpool Lime Street, Birmingham New Street, due at 14. Thank you very much, Jeff. Hello, Anfield Lee. Well, if you avoid travelling at busy times, then they won't be busy, will they? Because everyone avoided travelling at busy times, and they'd become the off-peak times, and the off-peak would become the busy times because everyone's travelling then. So at this current climate, there's not necessarily any such thing as a busy time. Still no. Obviously, we'll get notification that a train is approaching because the station tannoy system will announce it. So it gives us a nice early warning, especially if a train's coming through and it's not stopping. It will tell us that as well.
I just realised something. You can tell these stations should be shorter because there's actually a line above us. So this used to be a line. Why would they have? Was it just power?
That is it a tensioner? Yes, I think it's a tensioner to keep the gantries, because if you look on that side, there's one there as well. To keep everything straight, so nothing twists. Now, the lights ahead of us, which were green, are now been changed both to red. And the one next to us is now changed to amber on the opposite side. So the approaching train is due any moment, that means. Just I'm just hoping I'm using Railcam correctly. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to tilt the camera back down a bit now, so you get the full view of the level. Is it me? Is the feather on? Is the feather lit?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to end up going onto the down slow then, after it goes up there. If anyone wants to know what I'm on about, I'll just turn you around. We're about the light here. It was on a red, it's now on an amber, but it's got a feather, which obviously is to where it splits onto 4 tracks further down south there. And it looks like the feather's lit up, so that'll be going onto the down slow once it departs from here. It's like waiting for a bus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait for one and 2 will probably turn up. I would have thought that for a Friday afternoon, this here would have been absolutely mega busy, and especially as it drops from the 4 to a 2. And there's no sign of anything coming from the north, from the south, sorry. Let's see what people are saying in chat. Luke's Locomotives, hello from Australia, down under, welcome to the UK. Are you north from where you was last night? Yes, I'm in Winsford, which is 4 minutes up the tracks from where I was last night. Where I was last night, obviously, there was 4 tracks, and they merge into just 2 tracks, just up there, before passing through here. So we are currently waiting for London North Western Railway's 350 set to approach on platform 1, which is the opposite to where we are now. We do get a nice long view down the line to the north, so we'll know in plenty of time when it's approaching. Are you rail tour spotting? I'm pretty much what we call rail fanning. It's a term used over here as well as over in the States. And we have an approaching train. So we're going to turn you around now. So this should be our 3 that we're waiting for. Good afternoon, Heath. Humanity Junction. Now this 350 set should be stopping here. David Atkins, good afternoon or morning for you. You got me up early. It's 6:40 in the morning for David Atkins.
Platform 1 for the 1441 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street.
That's exactly.
Crewe, Stafford, Henbridge, Wolverhampton, Smith, Walton Bridge and Birmingham New Street. This train has 8 carriages.
For anyone for information, that's the train I get when I go to Wally.
Indeed, yes. And Kidderminster, because it stops at Smethwick Junction.
When I go to Severn Valley Railway.
Yeah.
And when I go to see Jeff.
Indeed.
Double Lane Printed. One trains take you to 3 places.
And the rails are singing now.
What do you think like the last one we saw? Old Livery and New Livery?
I think they do.
Yeah, I think they do. That's as people notice, the first car set up park and the back end will be hanging up.
Wow, it's 11:15 in Australia at night. Have you been recognised? No.
Sadly.
Oh, 350115 on the front. So as you notice, the rear of the 8 is not even on the platform, so those doors won't be opening. And we have a green light, and yes, it is going out onto the downside because the green light's at the 2. So we'll wait for the sound and we'll turn the camera. Do love the sound of these. Oh, that's something I've not seen before. Please wear a face covering. And there's the doors. So. And straight away, right behind us, there's another, and I bet it's a Pendolino because that'll be going on the up fast once this 350 is out of its way.
He's on a red. Going quite slow until that passes.
Yeah, that'll be on a single amber now beyond here, so that'll already be on caution to stop until that's out of the way. Yeah, you just seen the 350 actually in the distance switch.
Yes.
Point work, so there it is. So the Pendo is now approaching. Still on a red.
Now I'll switch to green, so I'll be on green to put the throttle down.
Yeah, that means the point work has switched, and he'll now be on green and putting pedal to the metal.
Looks like a white one.
Is that a white snake?
They do like buses, wait for one, super long.
Yeah. Rails are singing. So that'll overtake that 350 now.
That'd be actually good to pick up on your location last night, because then here you would have seen that variation. When it goes to your location last night, the other way around.
Yeah. So no sign of anything approaching on the the northbound line. Are there any steam rail cars scheduled to pass you today? I am not aware of any. I haven't actually checked out what there is. Hi, Jackie. So it all goes quiet again. We've had nothing on the northbound now since that 88, I think. There's a couple waiting on the platform. So maybe we might be having an arrival on here very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lee.
Right, so every train that stops here is every hour. So next one is due at 13:44. That was just got. So next 2:50. Every hour. It stops going that way.
You check your time trains. Or I should give you flight management. Oh. Good afternoon, Mini Western Junction. There's hi all. There's one just gone through Acton, heading towards Crewe. What was that? One what? It's not. It's quite hazy. The sunshine. I don't think it's as hot as it was, but it's very humid. There is a listing at 2:57 p.m. a GBRF intermodal Mouse Centre Eurotunnel, RFD Europe to Hams Lane GB rail freight.
Where do we go on? Live what?
Real-time train. No problem, Martin. It's a Freightliner at Hertford coming this way.
Oh.
Stuart's eyes just exploded with excitement now and then. Oh, yeah. That's the first one. That's the mouse end, or moss end. That's the. There's two.
GBRF.
There's two.
Yeah, GBRF.
14,
57, so that's there.
251.
251. The next one is London.
Preston to London News.
Expected past 54.
That might have been. No, it would have been. Freightliner at 1502 Didcot O'Connor sidings. Freightliner to Felixstowe North. Freightliner terminal. It's probably a 66.
Oh, yes.
Stuart would love if it was a 70, wouldn't he?
We've got Crewe Bass Road, DWS, Steamtown.
Oh, we may have a steam rail toll. Carnforth, Steamtown to Southall, WR at 15:18. Say what's running it?
Stop in here for engineering hours, 1 minute.
Oh, so that's in like 15 minutes then. So we may have a rail tour
Wait.
shunt, basically.
So there's empty coaching stock. Pafters diesel locomotive trailing 455 tons planned. So it's empty coaching stock.
Empty coaching stock.
Identity 5V42. Network layout GPS.
Maybe, no promises on that. Details are a bit sketchy at the moment.
It just says Pafters a diesel locomotive.
It could be, that could be diesel on the rear, could be getting pushed maybe. If not, it'll be rail talk. It'll be some rail talk empty coaches being.
That EWS cancelled.
EWS one cancelled. Yeah. Oh, the Warrington Rail's been cancelled. What I caught yesterday. I'm not seeing anything in our distance. If it is a steam rail tour of any sort, it's not an actual rail tour, it's a coaching stock that's being moved, and it's due in about 15 minutes apparently. 15-20 minutes. If real-time trains are showing the correct information. That might be why that guy was here. He might have got off it. But then again, it says it. No, it says it further down. Yeah, it's further down. We have an approaching train from the north. It's Pendolino. You can tell now by these headlights that they give.
And then there's another one due past. In that way. There it is.
And we've got one coming from the south as well.
One's going London and one's going Glasgow.
I think we're going to get this one first. Here we go. Wow, he was shifting. That van-delivered one was certainly shifting.
So, them two just passed. So, according to this, in the next 5 minutes, you should have two freight trains going past.
Zoom! Yeah, super speed. Right, it's only running as required, so it isn't actually running right. I'm still not up to scale, up to speed with all these technical terms. I don't usually do all this out and about in. I have been enjoying it recently.
Well, the freight line is expected in 2 minutes.
So we've got a freight liner, that was the one that's coming up from Hertford, so that must be right.
Yeah, Felix still north. Apparently, there's that, what is required is that hands-hold GPRs. Or it's a Boss Enduro channel.
Do you know in August when Britannia is coming back out again? Can you find out for me, please, Jackie? Yes. I think I sent Lee a link. Or was it Lee? Might not been. Might have been. Oh no, it was Brian Finnerton. Finnerton Central. I sent a link to Rail Tour. So as soon as I get the opportunity, I will get that link sent over to yourself and Lee. It's definitely getting much cloudier here, but I have to admit it's getting a lot more humid here. It's very sticky, the air is.
15:01.
Good afternoon, Southern Train Girl. Welcome again to another out and about. St Mary's Church, good afternoon to you also. Thanks for joining us. I'll say evening again. Afternoon. Yeah, it's super very humid, very warm. The next train at platforms 1 will not stop here. That must be the Freightliner then. And we've got a 350 coming up. We might get photobombed here. Because this 350 is going to be stopping on this platform right. Oh no, it's not, it's a Pendolino. So that's going straight through. Okay.
No light at the Freightliner yet. I'll give a wave.
Whoa, that's sudden.
Right at the end. Did you actually see the spark? I'll tell you one thing, you need a strong air jab going past here.
No signs of anything approaching from the north yet, but definitely right. The light to the north, that's just gone to amber. We're still on reds. This is on an amber here. The feather light's on, so that means it's going onto the freight line. So the freight train must be due any moment. Still can see a long way into the distance, but I can't see it. Oh yes, we can now see headlights. Let's just hope we don't get photobombed, because there's a lot of people on our platform now. That means there must be a 350 due. I can't see anything in the distance on the up slow. So we're going to rotate round now and catch the freight. It's not going to be coming through super fast. It's approaching on a single amber at the moment. Right, 1507. Thank you, Jeff. 1507, Birmingham New Street to Liverpool Lime Street at 1507. Well, the freight is. We can see the freight, but there's no sign of the 350 yet. What are your opinions on the new Locomotive Services Limited Newport? In how many words would you like that? If you want it one, it's awful. Awful. Absolutely. It is a 66, I can tell.
Shed.
You can see the shed roof. We'll capture a snap. Right, we now have our lights through this platform on green. All clear for the freight. Motoring. You can see it weaving out now onto the slow line. See it going.
If anyone didn't catch the locomotive name, it was Stevenson's Locomotive Society.
Right, I think Rachel did actually post earlier saying what the name was. No problem, Aberystwyth CG. Take care, thanks for joining us.
We are sorry that the 1507 London Northwestern Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street is delayed by approximately 6 minutes.
So we are just been announced the next 350 service from coming up from Crewe. Stopping here has been delayed by 6 minutes.
Please wear a face covering on your journey. Wash your hands often and avoid travelling at busy times. Thank you.
I've just heard point work change up there. We've got a green light on the one in front of me. Let's just change to green. It's getting a bit hotter. Blues and twos. ambulance, but I think, yeah. What was that? Just seen there in the chat. Looks like 1527 DBS Intermodal Grangeworth, TG EWS to Crewe Basford Hall at 1526. 7. So we've got another intermodal due. This is definitely clouding over. Oh right, might be cancelled. Rightio. Thank you. Oh. Well, it's all gone quiet again. Just waiting. Just waiting for this 350 to arrive now, and you'll get a good view of how the 350 doesn't fit on these platforms. Surprising, really. They've never thought of extending the platforms because it's straight track. There's plenty of room, isn't there?
May have planned it for future. I know HS2's not coming this way.
No, that's splitting off just down south of area there and actually going across. Crossing the fields actually over there and then heads towards Manchester. Take care, Jan Dawson. Thanks for joining us.
Probably got delayed at Crewe somewhere.
There we go.
Here it is.
Here it is. What I do, I'm actually just going to move the camera back a little bit so you're not right up against this 350 when it arrives. Birmingham New Street to Liverpool Lime Street, indeed. Here it comes. So you get an idea of how much of the train doesn't actually fit on these platforms. There you go, you can see the second set doesn't actually fit. Let's have a look up the platform. There you go. So there's the first set. Passengers are going to be getting on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey love. and the second set is out in the sticks. All doors shut. Time to leave. And there it goes.
I just saw the driver's door and it had this golden spanner award.
Did it?
Yeah. 2011 golden spanner.
We'll turn back looking south again. Move the camera back forward again. So let's catch up on what the chat's going. Yes, nice lady, she said hi. Very good. So we've been here an hour. Oh, is that something approaching from the north? Yes, it looks like a Pendolino as well. So we'll let you have the full view of this approaching with Stuart. Stuart can pose with the Pendo. There's a nice breeze starting to build now. It's cool, quite cool, much cooler. And for those of you who didn't catch the name, that was actually called Alstom Pendolino. There's not named Pendolinos, but I suppose they've kept that one purely because that's where they're being reliveried anyway. So Alstom themselves have kept that on. Sun's coming back out. Looking very dark over there. Oh, see what people are saying in the chat. How long are you stopping at Winsford Station? I'm not sure, to be honest. He likes the catwalk model. Okay, going to have my brekkie and check out Formula 1. Oh, it's Silverstone this weekend, is it? Silverstone apparently this weekend.
Yes, very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong. I was watching the free
Behind closed
practice.
doors, I presume.
Yep, free practice. No spectators, and unfortunately, one of the race drivers has come down with COVID. So he's been
Oh, that's not good.
stricken off. He's been isolated.
So obviously that is someone else racing on
Someone
his
else
VR.
racing for his
Right.
team. Local ability to play. He's been isolated, so he's been banned from the next 2 races.
Right. So we come to see trains, we talk about Formula 1.
If anyone wants anything more exciting than Formula 1, the British Touring Car starts this weekend.
That was 39004. At Pendolino. Thank you very much for that information. West Coast. This would have been good to catch that 37 yesterday. He'd have been motoring by the time he got here. Well, we've got clear tracks north and south of us, all on green lights.
Speaking of JB, if you want to change location to Winsford Bridge.
Could do.
View.
Then again, if people are 350 stock, people are all going to be gathering down there, aren't they? It's the only bonus of being down here. Afternoon, Tim. Tim JD. Oh. So the next train at platform 2 is not stopping here. Tim says he's just been out to see 800 321, the one with the mask. Kevin, Shawbridge Junction. Oh, here it comes. It's the one that's not stopping here. It's a Pendo. Or is it? Oh, actually, no, it's a Voyager. It's a Vomit Comet. Twin set. Enjoy. I hold on to the tripod with that one.
Ain't that a shame?
Very rare sight, Voyagers these days, from what I believe.
Yeah.
I do believe, if I'm right, and I'm sure people might be able to correct me, it's the Voyagers that are being replaced with the 800s.
Oh, is it?
I might be wrong, but that's the plan, I think. The WCR coach train has been cancelled. Okay. Yes, apparently West Coast says yes, I am correct. I thought so. I heard about that some time ago. I wasn't sure if my information was correct. But thank you for confirming that, West Coast.
So, and I just had a question. Where would these points be controlled from?
The point work here will be controlled from Crewe, probably.
Oh, right, yeah, so we're not that far.
From the Signal and Telecommunications Centre by Wix's. I think they operate as far as Hertford, I think. around this area. Maybe further, I'm not sure. Hang on to that camera, yeah.
It's mad though when you hear no traffic and it just goes really, really quiet.
Yeah. Drink.
No, I'm alright.
You're in control. I'm just going to go and get my drink. Back in a moment.
So Jason just popped off to go and grab a drink. And Network Rail's back. They must be going to come back to do some more work. Must have just popped off for his lunch. There will be 56 new Avanti trains and there will be Class 807s, 805s, the first to have them arrived in the UK. Oh. West Coast just said there will be 56 new Avanti trains and there will be Class 807s and 805s. The first of them have arrived in the UK.
Right, they'll be the ones that came over down south not long ago.
Brave heading out there in today's heat, yeah, it's a bit stuffy.
Fortunately, we are actually in the shade, although there's not really much sun at the moment because it has gone cloudy. There's the police helicopter. It's got the thermal imaging camera. There's the Network Rail camera. So we do have some Network Rail staff on site. Not sure for what reason. He's going down on the platform edge. I think he's crossing the line. Oh, no, no. Going a bit further down. He's checking something. Oh right, he's checking the Network Rail here. They're checking actually the temperature of the rails. Not seen that done. So they must have to every so often do some regular temperatures.
Temperature check.
So we do have some people arriving on the platforms. One chap's going over to the opposite side now, so there must be another train due southbound very soon.
Be interested if he comes down here and see what the temperature tracks are.
Jammy Dodger the Gamer, good afternoon. No worries about being late? welcome to join at any time. Welcome to the party. Class 805s will operate between London Euston and Holyhead. They will be powered by electricity on the West Coast Mainline before switching to diesel power at Crewe for the journey to Holyhead along the Chester line. That'll be.
We're taking guesses what the temperature's going to be.
The 807s will operate between London Euston and Birmingham and Liverpool Lime Street. All 23 trains will mean that the Class 221 Super Voyager fleet of trains will be eventually withdrawn. Next train is the 1544 Liverpool Lime Street to Birmingham New Street. Should have been the 1505, so it's running exceptionally late. Yes, although there's not really much sun, the air temperature, the humidity is exceptionally high. Still no indication of any traffic, apart from on the road bridge. So those of you who have joined recently, if you want to know where we are at Winsford on the West Coast Mainline. About 10 minutes north of Crewe.
Next one's to view is a Pendo going to London in about 5 minutes. And a 350 stopping on platform 1. Two more Pendo.
Not much more freight movement then.
Not until 2 minutes to 4, which is getting reception to Crewe Wisford Railway.
That's what we might do. The time is now. So maybe we might capture this next train that's coming through, and we might just end it here. We might move on to another location and do another quick live stream for you guys. Okay, thank you. So you guys all tuned in? Any of you been working on model railways in this heat? And if so, whereabouts? In a shed, in your spare rooms, or in your lofts? Certainly I went up in my loft just before coming out, and thankfully it was actually quite cool. What did I just see there? There will be light diesel local move at 15:58, which will be the 036M 1526 Ditton Reception FI to Crewe Basford Hall LHS. So Lee says yes, working on his layout at the moment in his loft. I bet it's extremely hot up there, Lee. Make sure you've got plenty of refreshments with you. Plenty of water. So that light movement, Ditton reception to Basford Hall, is that coming past us then, West Coast? Or is that coming up from the south? Yes, I was sweating in my loft today, yes. Fortunately, I've got a window in mine. Lay out in the spare room, but I'm having a rest day. It's my birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to you, Jeff. Many happy returns. Jason, where did the other 2 running lines go, as there was 4 last night? Well, that was 4 as we were further south on the west coast. The 4 merge just roughly where my finger are to these 2. Just roughly there, the 4 lines merge into 2. And I think it remains 2 now. I don't think it separates back into 4 tracks at all until it reaches Runcorn. Once it passes over the Mersey, it opens up there into 4 tracks before it gets into. Yeah, I think it's just before it gets to Liverpool Parkway. Yeah. So we should be having a Pendo coming from the north heading south, followed by 350. Is that right? We haven't really had much going north, have we? No. We had that 88. That'll be the pendulum then. The light loco move was scheduled to leave 8 minutes ago, but it hasn't left. Yes, so it might be cancelled. Rightio. It's very quiet. It's been quiet for some time now. We have lights coming from the north, definitely a Pendolino. Yeah, you can tell by the headlights. And definitely is not stopping here. This should be going rather quick. Let's turn the camera now and capture this Pendolino. St. Mary says, I'm in the attic now, looking for the patio of my 92. It's boiling in South Wales.
Everyone didn't catch that. That was the City of Liverpool.
City of Liverpool. Oh, we've been on that. That's when we came back from Worley. We got on it at Wolverhampton.
Yes,
City of Liverpool is actually Rethink Mental Illness train. Well, was the branded one. What part of South Wales, St Mary's? That's from Tim. He says he's in Newport.
Instead of 350. After that, it's 10
St Mary says I'm just outside Cowbridge. That's to Tim. I think. What do you think? Should we call it a day here and move on?
Move on to the next location.
As it's rather quiet, we've got nothing coming from the south. We are expecting a delayed 350 approaching from the north. I think what we'll do is we'll end this here, and we'll then move on to our second location for this afternoon for a second live stream. So huge thanks to everybody that's been joining us. Make sure you stay alert, stay safe, stay well, and be prepared for the next Out and About very shortly later today. Probably about half an hour, I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.